All right, we are live recording. Well, I'm live recording, but I'm not streaming. I don't have the delay, so I'm just going to record this and put it out there. But I did make the final table of the RealGaming $1,000 guaranteed shootout here in Nevada. RealGaming is owned by SouthPoint Casino and Resort down on the Las Vegas Strip, South Strip. And I've been playing on here since they pretty much started, and I've never made a deposit. I've cashed out more than enough to play in the Colossus, the World Series of Poker this year, and I'm going to be getting that check tomorrow. And if I win today, I may have enough in my account to get me a second bullet for the Colossus, which would be pretty awesome. Without having to make a deposit, I think that RealGaming is definitely the best site. They give you a free 20 for signing up. When I signed up, we didn't get the free 20, but they still have final table free rolls every single day, and they even have a free roll shootout that you can play and win real money in. So I do recommend logging on to realgaming.com if you're in the state of Nevada. You do also have to put the location app on your phone, which, as you can see, you just have to tap that little button to push to locate. You press the button, it processes, and then shows, yep, you're in the state of Nevada. So if you do have to log in, you do have to have a smartphone to do so. And I do recommend being hardwired and not on Wi-Fi. The reason why is because this is a web-based browser, and if your Wi-Fi goes static for just a couple brief seconds, you can see some things that aren't there. So you do want to make sure that you are hardwired or have a great Wi-Fi connection, because you don't want to experience lag when you're playing off a browser. A browser app tends to be little less reliable, in my opinion, than a application-based browser. So we're going to be starting here in just 1 minute. Um, Absolutely fun. It was a $22 buy-in. This is absolutely amazing. I am a team pro with Blue Shark Optics, as you can see here. That's my team logo. If you do want to buy a pair of Blue Shark Optics, you can check them out at bluesharkoptics.com or stop by the booth, World Series of Poker this year. You can tell them that Nate sent you, and I'll probably be the guy that sells them to you because I will be working the booth this summer. Stop by and say hi at the World Series of Poker. I will be there all 7 weeks. So I can't wait to see you guys. And let's get this party started. We got 30 seconds. Let's see here. I'm going to flip to full tournament overview. Hope this doesn't slow anything down. You guys won't be able to see what I'm saying, I don't believe. But first place is $500. Second place is $300. Third place is $200. There are only 4 players in this tournament. So I am AA for you. Flip to Win is also in there, along with Karma and MPlay. One of us are leaving with nothing. Third place is getting at least $200. So let's try to play some poker. So here we go. We start off with 4-4. I want to do a little bit more than min raise, but I don't want to get wild. I love to play sit and goes, and that's basically what these are shorthanded sit and goes. My first table only had 5 people at it. I'm going to make this call here. There's 2 overcards to my 4s, but he may be in a flush draw, straight draw. He just may have like a 9-10 or whatever. I'm gonna reserve a few chips. I've already lost 96 on this hand. I'll let it go. I don't think my hand improved. I could have made a bottom end straight, but that may not have been good. With the flush draw out there, there's a lot of straights and 3 cards over my 4s. So, and he made the flush. So he was betting. I've actually folded when I was behind and called when I was ahead. Not gonna see it. Conserve some chips. Just nice and relaxed. I'm not in a hurry. This is gonna take a long time to complete. I figure about an hour and 20 minutes. I'll shut off my fan. We'd have made 10s and 8s. It might have been good. Might not have been good. Who cares? Let these guys play fast and furious. I only have to beat one person to make $200. It was a $20 buy-in, 20 plus 2, so I don't mind. I actually won that much in a cash game right before the tournament, the first field of the tournament started. If you're not familiar with a shootout, they take the amount of players that are in the tournament. For instance, here I think there were like 21 or 22 players, and four people, or they had four tables with 5 people at each, and whoever won gets to the final table and has a chance at a decent sized payday. Now, unlike RealGaming, which one thing that I really like about it is your opponents don't have the options to bet quarter pot, half pot, or pot, 3/4 pot, or pot. They have to either use this slider bar that you're just seeing right here, or you have to type it in manually. What I like about that, it makes people make bet sizing mistakes. Bet sizing mistakes is a rookie mistake. Most people that don't play a lot of tournaments don't realize that your bets should be comparative to the pot in some relation to the pot, because you don't want to overvalue a hand. That's just my opinion. A lot of people like to get out there and bet big, and I don't. I like to play small ball poker and wait for people to make big mistakes versus my big hands, instead of just trying to get all my chips in when I think I have a hand. Now you may see me refresh this page a few different times, but I am hardwired today. Where last night I did have an issue. It's not that big of a deal. I've seen it before. I've seen it on my Xbox, for instance. I was playing a game and I flopped 4 of a kind tens, and 3 of which were 10 of diamonds. So lag does happen, and it can cause issues. He may have a 3 here, but he's got the queen. I wanted to see what he was betting, and he made it valuable um, information because he's just min betting. So I may be able to raise him in the future. I just wanted to see what he had, but I don't mind calling min bets to see what opponents are playing against me, even from blinds. So I am grinding and ground here on Twitch. I'm also AA for you here. I'm grinding and grounds on ontiltradio.com. Come on over and check us out this summer. We're going to be doing some live shows from the World Series of Poker at ontiltradio.com. You'll also be able to hear me at kshp.com. I'm the co-host of the Mark Hoke Show here in Las Vegas, 1400 a.m., right before the Dodgers game every Wednesday. So make sure you tune in. It's drive time here in Vegas between 5 and 6 p.m. We just moved over there from KLAV, who switched up and went to In All Sports NBC radio network, I believe. But kshp.com, you can listen to it online, or you can tune in on your radio dial, 1400 a.m. here in Las Vegas, while you're driving home. And I'm not a professional poker player. I do have a full-time job here in Las Vegas. But they're kind enough to give me a leave of absence for 7 weeks so I can get out and work the World Series of Poker and then slide back into my job here in Las Vegas. Very fortunate to have a gig like that. It's very tough to find people that understand that you got to chase dreams at the same time you're living your life. And that's where some people lose it. That's why you become a deegan. You just chase your dream and forget about the hard work that it takes surrounding your dream to get there. I'm going to make a small raise here, 74. Just want to see what he's going to do. Just get up. They're like, wait, you limped under the gun. You limped. You limped under the gun. Dutch says never limp under the gun. You're right. Dutch says don't limp under the gun. This is a four-handed tournament where people only one person loses here. So I want to play a few hands where I think I might have pretty good odds, and I don't think they'd suspect that 6-7 suited there. I don't know. Flip takes my original bet size and uses it himself at 66. I like that. Set the pace. It's nice. Ooh, that's a really good flop for my hand. I'm gonna donk lead here because I think I have the lead, and I do want him to raise. I don't think he has sixes. I don't think he has a pair. It's a diamond, but I still don't think he has a pair. So I want to call. It's a nice small bet. Nope, he folds it. So I win a decent pot. Lucky ones, 1,111 chips. That doesn't include my last bet. Oh, let's knit it up, Nate, and go ahead and fold that 10-7 suited. Don't want to get into a position where I'm calling with a bad hand, like a bad straight or a bad flush, because that 10-7 can get you in trouble. Say the flop comes down with a flush, forehand, somebody could have another flush. Trust me, I see it all the time. And saved myself chips. Nothing in there looks like a 10-7 of spades. Oh, we're going to go ahead and make this 150. Jack King suited. My background noise you hear is just my family. It's okay. So I'm getting more than 10-1. I'm getting like 12-1. I have to make the call here because 12-1 for a queen, maybe. You know, I can go ahead and fold here because I can't beat a 5. And pocket 8s are going to win it. I did have him beat even though he was betting. That's good to know, isn't it? But I figure if MPlay's calling behind anyway, I'm going to save myself 40 chips even though I'm getting 15-1 top pair or top no pair. Oh, look at that flop. 10 Jack Queen of clubs. I love that flop. 8-9 of clubs versus Ace King of clubs. Get it all in. Make me some money. Come on. Shove with the king. Shove with the king. Have clubs and shove with the king. So this is why I love RealGaming. I had to beat 5 people in my first tournament, 4 people in my first tournament, and I just have to avoid beating myself here. So I'm gonna make this 83. I don't want him really losing. I don't think he has a 9. If he had 4 or 5, I might be in a little trouble. But I'm going to continue with my slight aggression, especially improving my hand to 2 pair. And he's just going to lead bet and fold. That's what Dutch calls the donk bet. When I lead out like that, I call it an insult bet. The reason why I call it an insult bet is because when I min bet you, I'm insulting you, and I'm doing it on purpose. I want to induce either a raise or a bluff, usually in that position. Or I want to try to take control of the pot, see if you actually have it. But usually, if I'm lead betting, I'm insult betting. I'm insulting them because I'm betting so little. I want them to be like, oh yeah, that's not a raise. This is a raise, and I want to take advantage of that. Arrow Drools is a watcher of Dutch's stream over on Twitch. Ace-7. Should I come in raising? I just want these guys to get into it. I'm gonna let these guys. I want to get out of the way a lot of the times really early because I want these guys to battle it out. I'm in a very weak second place, but it just started. We're still in the. I think this is round 2 now. Um, we've got a lot of chips. I need to let these guys make mistakes. But Aero Jewels is a common player here. You'll see him at all the tables, all the cash games. Everybody here is a good player, meaning they'll fold to bluffs. So, and that's how I judge a good player. Is sometimes you have to lay down a winner, even though you think you might be ahead. It's just not worth it. All these guys, all these players are willing to lay some hands down, and that's how I judge players. If you don't make big laydowns, you're not playing enough cards. Um, I think big laydowns are what makes or breaks a player. If you can't fold pocket aces when the board is 4 flushed and you don't have that card, you need to re-examine your game. So that's just my opinion. So the poker world here in Nevada started off suddenly. We woke up one morning and there was news that you could walk into any station's casino and make a deposit onto a new site called Ultimate Poker, owned by the UFC and station casinos. So I ran down to Boulder Station, made a small deposit, ran back home. It took me a couple hours because they had made a couple mistakes and didn't have everybody properly trained, which is normal when a new product comes out. And then they're now defunct; they're no longer in business. Everybody got their chump change back from them, and most people donated it to Agent Marco Valerio over on. You can follow him on Twitter. Used to run, or used to do some stuff for what was it, Pocket Jacks, but raised some money for charity. That was pretty fun. WSOP.com is kind of considered really the only game in town, and RealGaming came along. Gosh, it's been quite some time now. I think it's been a year, a little over a year ago. And just it hasn't taken off like WSOP.com did because they don't have the advertising budget, but they're also not $20 billion in debt. Um, I don't expect Real Gaming to go anywhere. They actually developed their own software. They have their own in-house team of IT people, and um, they do an excellent job. They do an absolute excellent job of communicating with the players. They've had a event down in town where I went down. I didn't win any money, but my buddy did. My buddy ended up taking first place. Um, wow, was this big? He keeps donk betting, trying to get me to slow down, and he's just costing himself more chips. And I hope he understands that a check accomplishes the same exact thing that his min raise did. But he's also trying to make me fall into his trap later, I believe. And I'm just going to get out of the way. The deuce 9 of hearts is not what I want. I do want these two to argue. This karma guy and the flip to win. I want them both to argue, get back and forth, and both lose some chips. Raise at 59. The spade, the king comes off, giving the flush, and he gets an immediate check from karma. Now, flip to win. We are having a conversation in the Slopes chat room if you can't read it. There, the board 4 flushed again. Did I throw away a spade? I did not. I had 2 hearts. I'm usually a heartless bastard, ask my wife. So you can follow me on Twitter at Grinding and Ground, on Facebook at Vegas Tales 702, TALES, Vegas Tales, like in stories. I like to tell stories. So I'm just gonna get out of the way. I don't need to really do anything. I guess I can make a call here and kill some time. Um, the waiter, the jack with a tray. Uh, do I lead? If I do, how much? Let's lead with 72 here. So could have been a bad flip of the switch. Now the reason why I bet 72 here is I want him to think I have it too. I really do. I want him to think he's got 7-2, and maybe he did and folded. Took me a second to call. Maybe I hesitated on. Maybe I was gonna fold. Um, let's even up some chips. Get myself to the 0. If I get re-raised here, I just muck it. Queen 7 is the computer hand. I steal the blinds. Queen deuce. We're gonna get out of the way. Also, when I enter a pot, I'm usually not limping. I'm trying to min raise. But so far, I wanted to get the feel of the table. So far, there's not anybody really doing a lot of raising or raising badly, meaning like big bets. On the first table, I had a guy that just kept shoving, and I told him, I'm like, 100% of the time when I call you, you're beat. And that's the thing about shoving. What do you expect to find? That's why you want to make your bets more closer to the pot, because when you do, when you do go all in, you don't want 5 cards to come because you can easily get beat. Ooh, very nice hand. Very nice hand. Karma makes a set of aces versus king 10 of diamonds. And I think Karma got max value out of that hand. Now, Karma's limping to me here. I could make an aggressive raise. I think I will. I'll make it up to 217, try to get him to fold a little bit. He wants to protect that little bit of space he's had, and I've kind of been picking on him. Dutch says don't pick on a guy more than 3 times in a row because then he might play back at you. Well, I want this guy to play back at me. And I want him to play back at me often because I want to set him in situations where he's not going to believe me. Situational poker. Now, I was kind of set mining here. Somebody min raised, MPlay min raised. I was going to continuation min bet, which gives me value to take a turn card here. And I bink, but the board flushes, so I'm going to check, see where everybody's at. Karma's going to min bet. I'm just going to call and hope the board doesn't 4 flush. And I make quads. So I'm going to bet 117 at a 650 chip pot because I want to get raised. And I did not get raised, but I did get called by everybody, giving me the chip lead here at the final table. And if he would have bet the pot on the flop, I would have bounced. I would have been gone, not even in the pot. But instead, he let me stick around, make the turn and the river, and take down a decent sized pot. I mean, that was what, 900 chips? Not bad at all. So if you're a sit and go player and you're coming out here for the World Series of Poker and you want to sit and play while you're playing sit and goes at the Rio when you're playing for satellite seats, I suggest RealGaming. There's a lot of great little games on here. You can play right from your phone. That's why they kind of have shootouts instead of big MTTs. You can also play on WSOP.com from your phone as well. And they explain that in the media call at the World Series or the World Series media call. They explain that they're not going to be kicking people off if you're in the money. They're not going to be kicking you off your devices like they have in the past. So good luck to all you people that are entering the first digital tournament this year. I may pass up on which is crazy because I love online poker. I consider myself a pretty damn good online poker player. Um, Last year, the World Series of Poker.com held a 25-man, what do they call it, a qualifier. into the World Series of Poker, where they put 25 people into the $10,000 main event, and it had over 1,200 players in it, and 26th place didn't get a fucking thing, and that was me. I had pocket kings. Under the gun, min raised it from the 10,000, 20,000 blind to 40,000. I had 160,000 in 23rd place, and I shoved. Even when the cards came out, I said, "Hey, look what I'm going to fold," because it was so close. But I thought about it, and there's only one hand that beats me there, and this guy under the gun, min raising, doesn't scare me. I don't believe he has aces. If he doesn't have aces, he may have ace king, and I've got him crushed. So I shove. He calls, and he doesn't have aces. Nope, 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 nope. Fives, in pocket fives. Calls for 160,000 more, and flops a five. Cost me 10,000 more. So back to work. I went to the Blue Shark Optics booth the day after. It was like 4, almost 5 a.m. when the tournament ended, and I should have been at the booth at 11 o'clock the next morning, but I kind of overslept, and through my weeping and crying and fussing, I kind of overlooked. I just jumped in the pool and tried to drown myself to death. And that didn't work, so back to work I went the next day and finished out the World Series of Poker with the booth. And very happy to return this year. So come by and see me. Tell them I sent you out to the World Series, the Blue Shark Optics booth. Pick yourself up a pair of Lava Sharks, my new favorite pair. I'd show them to you, but I just gave them to my buddy Dutch Boyd. You can see him over on Dutch Boyd's channel on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dutch Boyd. Make sure you check out his stream. You can subscribe. He's got a lot of great subscriber benefits, including getting a digital copy of Poker Tilt, his fantastic poker book. And what do we want to make this? 197. I don't want to lose him, but I don't want him to call either. But he called. Oh boy. He's back at the lead flops too. I'm not gonna go crazy. Not gonna go crazy, but I am gonna bleed him a little bit. And he's gonna continue to lead bet, and I'm gonna continue to raise him every time, especially because I've got it. Every time he's really going, I got a hand. So he's waiting for that one time that I don't. I'm just gonna leave him alone when I don't. I am not trying to bluff anyone really at this point. I want them to play against each other, and I want to keep my little bit of a chip lead that I have going. I have chips from every single player at this table, and I want to keep it that way. I don't know why I don't have sound here. I should be having some sound. Kings versus Jack Queen, but he doesn't. Hey, look at that. So this is the crew over here on my Blue Shark Optics. That's my buddy Hank Sitten, Greg Raymer, Jonathan Little, Alan Kessler, Chris Fox. Uh-oh, I can't see who that is. Might be Chris Drake. Chris Moneymaker, Nancy Birnbaum, Trouble, and Humberto Brenes. Gosh, I don't see who. That could be Hoyt Corkin there in the center with the baseball hat on. Flopping top pair. I limped coming in again, but again I've got. So we're gonna go 128. Again, I've got Karma betting into me after he's taking a pot from MPlay. And again, he's going to lead, and again, I'm going to raise him. I'm not believing him. Now I made 2 pair. I think I'm even better. So now I'm going to bet half the pot, which is 323. Nice conservative number. Didn't give me much. I don't think he called, but this guy just loves just donking off chips to me. I'm going to continue to chip up. I hope he keeps taking chips from MPlay. Well, let me see here. I've got a 10-3 unsuited. It's going to cost me, what, 128 to call. So I'm not going to call. I can find much better spots than playing 10-3 from out of position. Now we've got a limper, Karma coming in for a limp. This guy just does everything opposite of what he should do. He's limping when he should be raising. He's betting when he should be checking, and min betting at that. So I want to kind of raise the ante here. 334. And the reason why I'm betting 334 is because keeping it relative to the pot, but I'm giving him odds to call. And what a horrible card that might be. That was a bad card. Horrible card, horrible call, Nate. I was hoping he was in there like an ace of spades and was just trying to represent. But I made a mistake there. I shouldn't have called that. That was kind of a big bet to call. Oh well. On to the next hand. We don't dwell. We swell. We're ready for the next one. Because he can chase that all day long. I had him crushed. So I made him pay for it, and then he made me pay on the end 888 chips, trying to say he had an 8. I didn't believe that he had an 8. An 8 did make sense, but the queen made more sense. Queen 5. See, he's leading again. And this time I'm just going to get away from it. So there he made 60 chips. So his lead betting has now got him 60 chips back from his lead bets previously. It's been minimized, the king 4. The king could be dominated, the 4 could be dominated, ace 4, ace king. It's just not something I want to play. What am I looking for? King, king 4, a 4, a king. I don't have a kicker. If I had a king, I don't have crap. Get rid of it. But first place here wins $500. There's only 4 of us. I mean, it only cost me $22 to get into, and it's $500 for first place. That's absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Phenomenal. 3% progress achieved. I don't know what Arrow Girls is talking about. He's got 3% of it. 4-9. Probably the best hand right now. I'm pretty sure it's still the best hand. Nope, he had a 5. But Karma was betting. Karma was betting the whole way. If it's checked to him, he's betting. He's min betting. If he's min betting, chances are he's just bluffing. My buddy Dead Money asking if we started the final table. Yep, only 4. Now I am only recording this. I'm not twitching it live. I didn't purchase the software which allows the 3-minute, 5-minute delays. Just lack of preparation and lack of time. I haven't had a lot of time lately, so I'm just gonna record it, throw it up on YouTube or whatnot. Kings and sevens with an ace. Chop it up, boys. I'm hoping these guys fold and Karma just limps and bets all the way along. So, fold, call. He's going to lead bet. I'm going to raise. I'm going to have more than min raise, though. I'm going to go 168. That's how much I'm ahead. He's going to make the call. I'm going to make it 321. He's betting with air, absolutely nothing, all the way. And he's giving me those chips again. We love Karma. Karma is good. We really do. We love Karma. I should look more at the camera instead of myself over here on the display. There. That'll make it better. Oh. So I've got a buddy, Damon Schulenberger, who is the Guinness Book of World Record holder for the longest poker tournament ever held without a break. It's got the longest structure and the longest tournament. It was over 46 hours, no breaks. No breaks, no stop, and we restart the next day. Nope. They played all the way through. It was the deepest tournament and had the longest structure, and there was no breaks. Played all the way through. You could get up and leave the table. You didn't have to play. You could get up like big and then go take a 2-hour nap and come back. But he took it down. He's in the Guinness Book of World Record. He's also a fantastic author. I met him last year at the World Series of Poker, and told me what he did, and I'm like, I could really use a good blogger for On Tilt Radio for the World Series. I said, you can get free food for becoming a part of the media. And he jumped right on and started doing some really fantastic work. And after the World Series, he developed a book called A Very Dark Game, a quote from Dan Coleman after he won the one drop last year. And it was absolutely fantastic. Look for it at the World Series, possibly even this year, closer to the main event. averydarkgame.com. You can check it out and let us know what you think. Ladies. Kind of want to call you. Only 122 more. Continue with about the same bet. Can I fold? I don't think I can fold. He may have an ace. He may just have spades. I'm hoping he has a jack. And I'm hoping I take it down. Boom! Ah, that's fun to do. So I don't want to lose anybody here. It's 186. That's a pretty good flop for our hand. So we want to do 279, which is a direct response to his bet, but also relative to half the pot. Now we've got an even bigger hand. So now I want to do 469, which is relative to my hand. And now I've got the nuts. So now I still want to call. So I want to lower my bet. Make it look weak. Maybe I get a shove. But no, I get another fold. But I do capture that chip lead and get flipped back down to his starting stack plus 331. So doing our job, keeping people busy and making hands. That's what we like. We like to win. So I do have some music I can play, which I'm started right now. Hopefully it doesn't do any lagging because it is off my Xbox. My buddy's an artist, and he created some songs just for me and my friends. I'm gonna raise him because I want him to check to me next time. Maybe he'll check to me next time, but now I'm hoping he's got a 5. So now we're gonna bet 285 here because you only need a 5 for a straight here, but I've got the nuts. He's gonna make a call. So now I'm actually gonna bet the 580 that he has, just dead right there, which is a little bit more than half the pot, and don't get him to call. I wish he had a 5. I wish a 5 would hit the river. I'd have got a call there. Still 4. Still 4 left. Can I get a drink, please? I hollered at you before, but Vegas Angel. My little assistant. Unlike Zonio, she won't be down in the bottom anytime soon. She's not one to forget the camera. But you can check her out at Vegas Angel on Facebook. She does like to play a little game. Hooker or not a hooker. Well, you just guess. She throws up random pictures. Boy, does she have one for you all later today. Make sure you check it out. Woohoo, Starbucks. Yay. So we threw away 3 pair and it would have been good. That's okay. We don't need to play. I may fold here. He checks to me. Karma, you've lost half your stack from betting. Now you're going to check. Now that you've lost half your stack, now you're going to check. You must have made a hand. You must have made a hand. You must have flopped the nuts because you checked. It's the first time you've checked to me all game. Had to be a hand. That soundy here is the $500 WorldSeriesBooger.com free roll. If you are a bronze plus player, you too can play in the $500 free roll. There's that ultimate poker that I was telling you about. I've got a picture of it in the back. If I do start slowing down, I'm just going to quit and go back. Quit and go back. Quit and go back. I won't stay on WSOP.com if I start to lag here. There's much more money in this game for me than there is on WSOP.com right now. I know I've got that 2-3 suited and I'm playing so tight. Knit it up. 2-4 suited. I need these guys to get crazy. Karma makes the fold. Until we lose Karma, that's when Flip's going to start being able to attack my big blind. So I got to try to keep Flip a little in line. I'd really like to take Flip out first if I could. And this hand could be an opportunity if I can flop a straight here that he doesn't see. Pick up a 6 if he's holding ace king and he slow plays it or not. If he min bets here, that means he's probably got ace king. He doesn't min bet, he bets half the pot. I'll let him take. I'm gonna let him think about it. He could have had 3s, could have had 5s. Could have raised, maybe pick that up. But I just don't need a challenge right now. Again, here's queen 4 suited. The blinds are 50, 100. I've got 7,400 big blinds. I do not need to be mixing it up with queen 4 and risking my stack against second place chips. Now I've got king 3 suited. I have position. I've got a limper before me, giving me a reason to call. I probably won't call a like 400 chip raise. I'll open it with 350 in it. Now, the reason why I raised him is I want to know what MPlay has. There we go. He calls me with the ace. Oh, now I have a 6. I have a 6. Jeez, girl. I have a 6. Please have a 6. Don't fold. Thank you. Gotcha, fuckface. Oops, I didn't mean that. We in the money, baby! So we've won at least $200. We are shooting for 5. We have a great chip lead. We are at 12,849 chips versus 5,645 and 1156. Let these guys play some cards. We are having some fun on RealGaming.com. Make sure you check it out. Get your free 20 bucks just for signing up today. That could end anytime. So make sure you log on, register. I don't get anything for you signing up. I'm not a registered affiliate. I want to play with other players on here. These guys are great to the players. They're great to the people. And as long as you've got a good internet connection, you want to be able to keep playing. Oh, I want to kind of scare this guy out. I don't want him in there. If he's going to check to me, I'm going to bet it. We're going to bet 236 here. 6 is because of him. It's a pretty good flop for us. That's crazy. You're like, why is that a good flop for us? Well, because I can get him to slow down and I can still make the nuts. If he's got a 10, I'll pay him. Oh, he's got a 5. Nice hand. Nice hand. Almost doubled him up though. So, but he was min betting the whole way. I don't remember if I checked that or not, but I'm not calling. We're in the money. We're in the money. $500 for first place. That's so fantastic, so fantastic. Now before they were doing it a little bit different. It was only a $500 final table, and they were giving away the rest of the first tables. So you only had the top three made money in the first tables too. So you could double dip. First place was like $100. So you could win on first and second. Oh, I'm just gonna bet 163. I don't want to get wild. I do expect somebody to call me here because of a 10 jack, an ace 10, a 9 jack, a pair of threes. I don't think anybody has a king or a queen right now. So what I did is I just tested the water. Getting called there, I pretty much knew I was hard pressed. But Flip also doesn't want to stick his neck out. And with this, I don't know, about 345. There's no reason to fold. I'm at 455. Whoa! I guess he wants it. He wants it. Does he only have hearts though? No. Let's just mock it. He could have it too. He really could. Nope. Get out of the way with that 10-7 offsuit. It looks freaky, but you don't want to play something like that. You really don't. Not at this stage. Next spot gets an additional $100. So, and I've got twice as many chips as anybody else. Oh, if he gets lucky. They said I sucked out and can't say good game. Don't smoke, folks. It's bad for your health. Very addicting. Horrible for you. Just like coffee. Well, coffee's got some antioxidants in, but I love them both. Wow. So we got action over here. It's the jack on the river. He's getting more chips. Wow, raise and a re-raise. Oh, I see some sharks. Karma's getting antsy. And that's a small raise too. It's not like huge raise. So he was looking for a call. And look at that. I'd have needed an 8 or a 4 for a straight. See, he over bets. And if you're looking for chips, just not gonna get it. Karma's starting to go crazy. We're just gonna relax and let Flip and Karma battle it out. Let one of these two decide which one's gonna get $200. I'm gonna try to make sure I get 3 at least. I want 5. I've been playing for a long time. I've been playing for ever since online poker came on. I've been online. I've been playing poker since I was a baby. Grandma used to watch me and played cards all the time. When you're in northern Michigan and it snows 8 months out of the year, you tend to learn how to do things indoors. And poker was one of those things I learned very young. I remember taking a roll of quarters to deer camp when I was 12 years old and cleaning up, taking over $300 home with me. And knowing then that poker was one of those things I wanted to do when I got older. That I probably didn't understand the level that it could get to, like Dan Coleman's earnings the last year. But absolutely, poker has always been an integral part of my life. I've always done something in the poker world, whether I've been a huge fan and tried contacting my favorite players, starting off with Dewey Liam, 1997 World Series of Poker, 4th place finisher. I contacted him. He lived in Monona, Wisconsin, right outside Madison. just a subdivision of Madison, really, kind of like Summerlin here, and here in Vegas. But I contacted him right after he did that and became friends with him and his family, and um, really, really great family, really nice people. Traveling Bluff. He's been a good folder. He's been a really good folder. I am a folder. I fold a lot. See, watch. Fold. I'm a folder. Nothing but a folder. There's a 7 spot. Turn 2 pair, but I river to straight. Get rid of that jack 9 off. Maybe getting aggressive. Maybe not. Too aggressive, too early. Now I raised him the size of the pot. What he put in, and then about the size of the pot. You're wondering how I came up with my figure there, and what I would have had to put in. Wasn't an overbet. It was not an overbet. But I didn't want him to see another card. I was protecting my 9s versus those undercards that were out there. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but there's a big open door right there. Yeah, I folded a flush, 3 7s. Hold one. Nope, I would have, yeah. No, I'm 95% sure I'm ahead here. 574 is exactly what he has. The 354s are with the raise. You can call me there. Oh, and he got there. Oh my god. Oh, he was there before. Okay, alright. I'm okay with that. He still only has starting stack. I'm still twice his stack. No problem. Oh well. That's it. So now we know his shoves then. We know his shoves are pretty strong. And we didn't have to lose a lot of our stack. It was 17% of our stack. And there he goes raising the bet. I'm going to say he's got there. So I'm going to throw my 2 pair away. He's got some confidence now. He's got me down to 8,800 chips from my 12,000 I was at. So slow down a little bit, rethink the game. I'm actually going to even start breathing a little bit right before the rolls here. He was min betting. He had me beaten, but he was only min betting. Yes, I took it on the turn. Um, so 262. Oh, address pocket key. Back over 10,000. I'm gonna limp with the ace four. Try to look a little weak and skittish. Oh, he hits the fucking queen. How does he do that? Then why not hit the three against him, I guess. We had Karma down to 1,200 chips, and now he has roared back to strong second place, 6,000. And he has gotten all those chips from me. Split's over there with his starting stack still. I'm not attacking Flip nearly as much as I probably should. Now what could I get to? I'm going to sit here, let my hand fold, get rid of about 15 seconds in time. And still on. So they're both back over starting stack, so pretty much just starting over. He's going to check to me. I'm going to take advantage of him, right? And if you're gonna say no, I ain't got none, check. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, I got something in my bag. Does that make sense? Pop out of here for just a second. I'll be right back. So you can still hear me, I believe. Maybe not. Unsure if you can. Yeah, you can still hear me. All right. So what do we got here? Ruby fold. Jack 7 on the board. I missed. But I'm in. What up? Song in the background is Extra Dope. Song is called Beyond the River. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of balling. Beyond the river, let's hope that you didn't go all in. Beyond the grind, I've got a bad beat story. How I failed, didn't get the fame and glory. Daddy up, trying to get the Rory brand new truck. Straight to plus, in my teeth to plus. Fuck around, let the dream get crushed. Seems like it's never enough. I gotta pull out when the lane's paddling. But these car cameras like Pokemon battling. Gotta hide the way this acting. We did the chips was plastic. Back in the day when they told me that I couldn't rock it. I bloodshot, red, blue, shark, puppet. Sorry about the bubble. I had to pop it. There's no way that you're gonna stop it. They used to tell me this is the phase. Get in and out. The bet got raised. Like the death, like the pull of the trigger. Where am I at? I'm beyond the river. Beyond the river, they gonna take your chip. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of balling. Beyond the river, let's hope that it didn't go all in. Fall out, get back to the villa. Keep the baby at the shells of each other. On the main show, not the villa, extra dope. A real life killer. Where it's in chiller. How much my ring cost? Xbox, volume up. Xbox, volume up. They say that I'm pretty golden. Don't be looking at me like a joker. You're about to see the Cadillac poker. They wonder why my face is frozen. Probably never trying to get them going. Beyond the river, they gonna take your chips. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate it when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of all in. Beyond the river, let's hope that it didn't go all in. It's a close call, we've been to 62, but they used to call me Gandhi back in school. I'm hoping they strong, running so long, they don't know what to do, either hold or fall in. There's only a certain amount of time that you can be stalling, no lifelines, can't call them.
The way feels like I'm falling. Got tricks up your sleeve in the line. Took the last card, living like a diamond. They thought that they got me. Nice try, not too shabby. On top, like a hard deck. Big heavy feet, that's far-fetched. Go full speed, you're harmless. And I can beat you, armless. I'll go out, they deliver. World so cold it'll make you shiver. So smart, I never get hit. And it's like beyond the river. Beyond the river, they gonna take your chips. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate it when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of all in. Beyond the river, let's hope that you didn't go all in. Beyond the river, they gonna take your chips. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate it when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of all in. Beyond the river, let's hope that you didn't go all in. Beyond the river, they gonna take your chips. Beyond the river, sometimes they hate it when that car gets flipped. Beyond the river, they got dreams of all in. Beyond the river, let's hope that you didn't go all in. Yeah, as I look for prayer, I know nobody's planning to help anybody. So this is all I gotta say. We all we got, we get it on, just a break it on, talking on that prawn, you know what we are. Fresh breakfast, all we got. We never look away, move a freaking day, not the freaking same, man. Fresh breakfast, all we got. My mind flutter, it's coming from blind butter. You know that the 900, the cooler than fine butter, cooler than time cutters. I'm hearing the chime shutter, no one can find better. So get out my mind, sweater. I ain't hearing none of that. You know I'm a funny back, 100 carats on my wrist, 50 in the double back. Watching as it doubles back, cause you know we selling crack. Talking they sold birds, I'm telling that the money tax. Car got that beam low, we know that the beam low, going out in Tino. Lifting it like Nino, filling up the needle, leave them in the field. Keep real my people, chillin' with my ego. We get it on, just a break it on, talking on that corn, you know what we are. Fresh breakfast, all we got. We never slip away. Move a freaking day, not the freaking same, man. Fresh breakfast, all we got. It's easy, better, like that, like some speak my knowledge. I've been just saying this, the better, who's the boy, in the period, just talking about this stuff on that. It's easy, without my being, so on that, she's on it. Yeah, how she speaks, they can see. Only thing that makes me wobble is the money in my pocket. Roll up, run up like a rocket. Have no fear when I'm walking the darkness. Take out like an astronaut. Listen, you can go no further to vision the purpose, just a break in your pocket. Understand I'm the trouble of that green grass. You know that it seems bad. I was like a bean bag, chilling on a bean bag. Tripping like a fan, flashing shit like fan, tripping like a madman, cash like a baseman. We get it on, just a break it on, smoking on that corn. You know what we are. Fresh breakfast, all we got. We never slip away. Move a freaking day, not the freaking same, man. Fresh breakfast, all we got. I'm on that car, I'm hella fine. Smoke a blunt and bowls and then it comes a bomb.
Karma's coming back with vengeance. I doubled him up once and he hasn't stopped since. Wow. So you might be doing something.
We get it on, just a break it on, talking on that corn, you know what we on. Fresh,
It's a horrible card.
we never slip away.
Bottom pair.
Day, not the freaking same, man.
slow down. We're back to starting sack ourselves now. Flip's still down a little bit below us, but not much. Here goes making a big bet and stealing the 200 from Carlos. Lines go up to 122.40. Minimum 480 raise, which could set some things off here. There's a pair for us. I don't want to slow him down, so I'm just going to call. Call again. Call again. I think we're going to win.
Drifting in and out, thinking about what I've been about. I don't give a fuck when my sense is sticking out. What you take me as, you sucker, but fucker, I know that you'll be ducking when I'm fucking. That's the way to hustle. I guess it's a blessing. Or we can play Russian and blow my brain all over profession. It's nothing. I can see that look in your eyes that says you bluffing. I'm daring ya to play with malaria. Little kids run around the city in mass hysteria. Direct deposit on location. They know where we chillin'. They know where we station. Cause we amazing and blazing. You better check the degree level of E. Better you be hopping off of this song. You really the better. You better. You want it the rebel. You welcome up with
cards here.
You gonna be evil. You trying to make a lesson over there. It's so sick. You fucking a friend of people. You get
360 around.
Different situations, occasions that brought up.
So 10M.
We at the top. Staring at you suckers, you want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh, 2014. Where you at? We at the top, staring at you suckers. You want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh, 2014. Step into a room, they analyze and build me up. False discrepancies in their head trying to pin me up. Thinking that I'm just so-and-so from such and such. All-star, space flight suck, but listen tough. Now I ain't that dude you used to know way back in school. The one just trying to fit into anything to be cool. Looking like a fool, hanging with the wrong crew. Always trying to get into something to advance the move. Partying and getting faded with all of the bitches. Snakes in the back, freaking with all of the snitches. Dreaming of making it, getting to all of my wishes. Someone get in the way, either dead or getting stitches. Never fidget, never ever let them see you sweat. Cause if you do, that's gonna be the day you lose the bet. You're losing breath, yeah, you better up dead. Fresh Rex taking over, yeah, you fucking with the best. Where you at? We at the top, staring at you suckers. You want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh Rex 2014. Where you at? We at the top, staring at you suckers. You want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh Rex 2014. Take a seat. We now about your feelings, flash, Mr. Beast. Take a lesson on how I fucking speak to see. If you think you on my level, try to battle me. You need another dick, don't one of my casualties. Blow the whistle, but the curtain on this coward's team. Can't even believe they have the nerve to try to step in me. This ain't that big, me. They all step in me. You're the with this life, oh, for fucking free.
Got a pot going.
Down to where I live, I'll bet you motherfucking smart feed. Everyone you see the kill a fucking dope fiend. Say the wrong word to be the next to me. Around here, you should just smoke a fucking anything. Have you ever heard that 50 Cent mini man? Please don't let shit hit the ceiling fan. I'm sick of finding bodies in the garbage can. Look up the hell when. Where you at? We at the top, staring at you suckers. You want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh Rex 2014. Where you at? We at the top, staring at you suckers. You want to me. Never stop and stay grinding up in the streets. Smoking green tobacco, fresh Rex 2014. Fresh Rex 2014. The biggest extra good. But Steve, things change in this world. You can't stop it. Go with the flow of the flow. Don't rock it and have it for a reason. Do it for yourself, not to please them. Grind until you bring it to Jesus. Things change in this world. You can't stop it. Go with the flow of the flow. Don't rock it and have it for a reason. Do it for yourself, not to please them. Grind until you bring it to Jesus. I'm bringing in the cheese. Watch ready to freeze. That is the breeze that can kill it. You the one in the feed. Fresh, ready to battle. If army the teams, we see you not in the team. Yeah, this is what I do best. Nonetheless, you won't pay me no mind. Cause you shitting on your chest. This is what it was. When you call it buzz.
Yeah, I'm recording it. I'm not twitching it.
Catch me in a few months, my team's gonna be blowing up. Got enough crystals, not too many passions. Plus the basic percussion of my profession. Just let the beat ride out. Super sour hate, but I'm on right now. This
is a huge mistake. I don't know why I just did it. I consider it was a mistake before I did it. I shouldn't have been shoving there. I kind of want to appear tiltish. Was that bad, man? That's it.
Don't rock it and have it for a reason. Do it for yourself, not to please them. Grind until you bring it to Jesus. 23 diamonds in my watch. Gonna sell more people, even got cops. Got the town bringing money in. New rapping cars flying, and it's kind of funny. Things gonna change. Teams coming in. Killing in the flow. City of the sin. Smash in the beat. Hammer to the head. Easy on the ground. Alive or dead. Red. Sour diesel. Step your knees, better run. Let's see. I am the one. Got the bullet. Like a matrix come. Everybody knows you don't want a gun. Walking with the belt. Eye of the tiger. Chilling in the lab. Smoking on the fire. Riding in the woods. With the empire. Break off the records. It's a disaster. Things change in this world. You can't stop it. Go with the flow of the flow. Don't rock it and have it for a reason. Do it for yourself, not to please them. Grind until you bring it to Jesus. Things change in this world. You can't stop it. Go with the flow of the flow. Don't rock it and have it for a reason. Do it for yourself, not to please them. Grind until you bring it to Jesus.
All right, we got flipped down to half of his stack again. Karma's under 10,000. We're back up to 8,000. So we're making a little bit of moves. Just wanted to kind of focus and just play and let my mind do what it does. Sorry that I wasn't like talking or anything, but if you couldn't tell, I was thinking. Sometimes talking and being a little distracted is really bad for the game. I don't want to let this guy know I got a big hand, but I'm just min raising. I'm not a folder. So I think I just took back the chip lead. We did. We took back the chip lead, and we're folding. We're folding 2-7. Seems weak against the short player, but I don't want to double up the short player. We learned that against Karma. We had a decent mediocre hand, and we doubled him up, and that was a bad move.
The latest hits, they hating on me because I made the list and reach out in the dick. Go to hell, get off my dick, you lady bitch. I'm on that gutter bottom of the sewer. Smell like you knew were rolling through this like I would hate to have to use it over against me. Take it down. Let's fuel my breath like we in Kahlua. Word to the newer, truer, power. Get A and move down with your glare and me down when I see that you're wondering down hours. I got that shit from running the block like you did and you congregating the game on block. Watch as I take it straight to the top. We got the game on lock. All you do
Yeah, monster pot, baby. Monster pot.
different whip, different watch, and you know we're on the clock. So we gotta be the block. If we don't, we're nothing not. We got the game on lock. All you do is talk. Watch as we get it off. So we go, there we go.
All right, we're gonna race him. Sevens versus our ace jack. Uh-oh. Aw. Damn. Nice. And he's got 6,400. I still got 10. I'm taking that chance. That's all right.
We got the game on lock. All you do is talk. Watch as we get it off. So we go, there we go. Different whip, different watch. And you know we're on the clock. So we gotta be the block. If we don't, we're nothing not. We got the game on lock. All you do is talk. Watch as we get it off. So we go, there we go. Different whip, different watch. And you know we're on the clock. So we gotta be the block. If we don't, we're nothing not.
Oh, man, he is. I had a pair and a draw and missed it all. All right, and double him up too. Yeah, made yeah, made another $100. Heads up, baby. Heads up.
I am so high, I am so high, smoking weekend. I am so high, I am so high, smoking weekend. I am so high, I am so high, smoking weekend. I am so high, I am so high. It's time for my hashtag. Looks like it's playing Saunter. Everybody already knows who the boss is. Are you done with your antics? I can't sit. I be smoking all week on Shaggy Man. I just can't sit. The team of Indian retrieval. Eyes so red that they thought that I was evil. You get your hand slapped going in the cookie jar. Who would have ever known that we could take it so far? To a life of luxury. Why are you bugging me? Probably because I got the diamond techno mate hugging me. And I'm high and lit. Like a fire pit. You let them salad on you. I got 10 pints of piss. Which is two 10 packs. Where you think I got my name? 10 rap shorty dog and I've been back. Smoking weed, shout out to Sudden Speed.
I'm gonna let it just take a little time off the clock, sit here and take one of those emotional breaths. I'm not gonna get excited. It's a huge bet. 12x raise. 12x. 12x. 12x.
I am so high, I am so high.
Nope.
It was like a stone, get a bottle of some potion. Cross it both together till I'm moving slow motion. Yeah, everybody feeling like a roach. Something. No, I say smoking and praying that I'm choking. Fucking get the soap and they broken down the rotion. I'm focused up in nonsense. Better check the presence, so pass to my present. I'm walking on a tight fit. Or a tight road, better jump ship. When I come from, I'm on the road, getting white boy wasted. No, you taste it, I'm tasteless. They don't got the proof, you know I'm racing. I'm faceless, scraping. Gotta go the distance, never giving a hand and no competition. Fizzing up, bubbling over, check a poster. Sitting in the shoulder, man, you know I'm posting. Smoking, I am so high, I am
Damn it! Oh, I had him! Oh, I had him! Smoking weekend. I am so high, I am so high, smoking weekend. Come on, baby, give it to me. Give it to me, daddy. Bet. And I lose! Get it in so good! I take second place, but I got it in good. Got it in real good. Real good. And he sucked out runner. But hey, let's go ahead and take a look at this while we got it up here. We will this one now. This one. So yeah, I made $300. Not too bad, right? Right. Let's go to account overview. Now I want you guys to remember, I've never made a deposit. I have a check on the way right now for $575. That's one buy-in to the Colossus. I got 540 right here, right now. I took second. Ace 9 versus Ace 5. I had 8 both suited. And I had Ace 9 of spades. He had Ace 9 of clubs. The flop was Queen of spades, 8 of spades, 9 of clubs. And I lose. Club. And I go down and flying flames. Still make $300 though. Up to 540. So, and I've never made a deposit. Very well done. The background music is brought to you by Extra Dough. Check him out on YouTube. Extra Dough. It's not his channel, but not the name of his channel. But just do a search. X-Dough. Extra Dough. So thanks for the music, Extra, and we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and maybe I'll have another little recommendation for you next week. But for $22, you have a chance to win at $500 every Sunday over here on RealGaming.com. Take a look and come join us. Thanks.